daily LGBTQ discussions. Come subscribe, come join the family. You don't want to miss. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to our YouTube channel. We are back at it again with another video. So, a video that I came up with was, well, before we even get to that, this week I want to focus more on relationships, topics with relationships and stuff like that. Somebody has brought to my attention that they want me to talk about relationships more, so I'm going to focus more on that topic this week. So today I want to talk about, I got my little YouTube planner, y'all. I actually got it for Christmas. Let me show y'all. See, I got the YouTube planner for Christmas that I wanted. So the topic that I want to talk to you guys about is, hold on, let me flip it over. Is your relationship screwed if you don't have a lot to talk about? So I wrote down a couple of notes, as you guys can see. Wrote down a couple of notes in my planner. This planner has where you can write down notes and stuff, and you can write down where you share your YouTube videos and stuff like that, where you promote it basically. So I want to discuss, is your relationship screwed if you don't have nothing to talk about? So I'm going to tell you guys my viewpoints on that situation, and then I'm going to give you guys a little bit of advice, and then I'm going to tell you my story, and then that's going to be the end of the video. So, when you don't have nothing to talk about, you should research topics to discuss in the relationship. Like, don't just bring up a random topic, but just try to research good topics to talk about with your partner. It's not screwed if you pray and have faith. So if you pray and have faith, your relationship really won't be screwed. Act yourself. Don't force anything. When you force things, things will not go as sorry, y'all. Things will not go as planned. So make sure you are being yourself, acting yourself, and don't force anything more than what is not cut out to be. Okay. So okay, so things take time. So when you are first dating or first in a relationship, things take time. You don't talk about everything within the relationship, and you don't have a lot to talk about. But when you guys start talking more, it will be more things to talk about. Some topics are hard to discuss in a relationship. Like, sometimes I have a hard time discussing certain things within a relationship because I feel like my viewpoints don't matter or my feelings don't matter. So some topics are hard for people to talk about. Just make sure you keep that in mind when you're trying to get somebody to talk more in the relationship. Don't bring up old relationships. It could be very annoying. The other person could get very annoyed by that. And if you run out of things to talk about, don't bring up an ex, because it could really cause some serious issues in the relationship, and your partner might not like that. If you run out of things to say, ask about their day, or ask how their day was, or ask what are their plans for the day and stuff like that. Just catch up with them on their day. And when you are talking or trying to bring up topics to talk about, make sure you bring up eye contact. Well, no, make sure you make eye contact, not bring up eye contact. So what I struggle with is coming up with different topics to talk about, but from the looks of it, I could keep somebody's attention. So it's not hard for me to keep somebody's attention, but I have a hard time bringing up certain topics. But now that I got all these topics listed out for my videos, it helps me with bringing up different topics in my relationships that I have, or people who I am dating at the moment, and I can have something to talk about then. Have I always struggled with something to talk about in the relationship? No, I have not struggled with something to talk about in a relationship, because I guess I just knew how to talk to people. I always know how to talk to people, and sometimes I struggle to talk about things with my family because I don't know what should I talk about with my family. I don't want to tell them everything or tell them all my business, but this is not about family. This is about relationships. So I kind of struggle with bringing up things to talk about in a relationship, and I kind of don't struggle with things to talk about in the relationship. My last relationship, not relationship, but my last, situation with a female, we was on the phone all day and all night talking. So I guess it wasn't really a problem with both of us to bring up, different conversations or different topics within our situation. Because I don't know what to call it, but those certain things, those certain relationships where you don't know what to call it. Yeah, I was in one of those. But and the people that I have dated, some of them didn't really initiate the conversation first. Some of them didn't really have nothing to talk about. They always ask what you're doing. And I hate when a person asks what you doing every 5 seconds. Like, you don't have to know what I'm doing every 5 seconds. Like, is that the only topic you can bring up in a conversation? Like, just at least bring up something about my day, or bring up something that happened last week, or ask me about my favorite color, my favorite food, something. Don't just ask me what I'm doing. That gets very annoying, and that lets me know that you don't know how to talk to people, or you don't know how to initiate the conversation first. So I feel like with bringing up topics in the relationship, you have to know what you're talking about first and foremost, and you have to know who you are talking to before you bring that conversation in. Because if you don't know the type of person you are talking to, then you might end up bringing up the wrong topic or the wrong conversation to the wrong person. They might get irritated, they might get mad, or they might get a little bit upset because you brought it up. You just never know what type of person you are talking to. So be careful with the type of person you are talking to as well, in order for you to initiate the conversation and stuff like that. I feel like when you are trying to find things to talk about, don't do the ... thing in the conversation or in the text messages and stuff like that. Just try to, refresh their memory on some stuff, or ask about their family and stuff like that. Just don't do annoying stuff like that. And when you're on the phone with your partner, like, don't just sit there quiet on the phone and stuff like that, because they could get really annoyed and they could get really quiet. Like, at least talk about something, bring up something, talk about a movie, or talk about your favorite music, or talk about a favorite artist that you want to talk about and bring up, or talk about something that happened in the news or something like that. It's a bunch of stuff that you could talk about with your partner. You just have to know what to talk about and who you are talking to. So, it's very easy to talk to your partner. It should be easy to talk to your partner. If it is complicated to talk to your partner, you guys need to figure something out. You guys need to work something out and figure out what you can do to talk to your partner more. It shouldn't be hard for you to talk to your partner, because I feel like your partner should be very trustworthy to talk to, and I feel like your partner should be easy to talk to, because that's your partner for a reason. You are with them for a reason. If you can't talk to them about stuff, why are you with them? You get what I'm saying? So if you are losing things to talk about with your partner, then you are basically kind of losing interest, or your partner is losing interest. Whoever is losing topics to talk about is losing interest in the other person. You know what I'm saying? So have I ever lost interest in talking with somebody? Yes, I have, because the conversation didn't really go well. We didn't really have nothing to talk about, and I don't know, it was just pointless to talk to each other. And we tried to talk to each other every day, but it was just pointless, and just end up arguing and stuff like that. So if your conversations always leads to arguments, it's time to leave the relationship, because your conversation should not lead to arguments. It should lead to a healthy conversation. You know what I'm saying? Your relationship should be healthy. It should not be unhealthy. So it should be something that you feel comfortable being in. If you feel uncomfortable being in that relationship and talking to that person, you should not be in it. So that's the end of this video. Give this video a big thumbs up. Make sure you comment in the comment section below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. And what do I say at the end of every video? Deuces. Subscribe for more videos with daily LGBT